What's up people, welcome to Sancho Time. This is Sanjay. Today I'm going to discuss about ketogenic diet. This video is going to be long, but it's very important video, and I'm going to go through the entire process of ketosis and also going to suggest you which are the ketogenic foods that are to be taken during this diet period. But is this diet really suitable for your body, or this diet is just gonna give you some diseases later on as well? So we are going to do the in-depth study of this ketogenic diet because this is getting popular in India since last couple of years or so. So let's start with the slide number 1. Okay, first of all, let me tell you that this ketogenic diet was introduced by Dr. Russell Wilder in 1924 to help treating patients who were suffering from epilepsy. Now, epilepsy is a disease of the brain. Your brain is suffering from some ailments, that's why disease occurs, and your brain is made of fatty acids and a lot of fats. So to treat that disease, Dr. Wilder thought that why not add on to this patient's fat in their diet, and if you're gonna add on fat in their diet, let's see the results. Does that improve for curing this disease of epilepsy? Because in epilepsy, you feel like irritated, you have headaches, and you suffer from some shivers as well in your body. So this was Dr. Wilder's thinking to introduce this ketogenic diet. Now, what is this ketogenic diet? Ketogenic diet is high in fat and normal in protein. So protein intake doesn't goes either down or doesn't goes either up. It stays normal, and very low in carbohydrates. Carbohydrates is cut down majorly. You have to reduce the intake of carbohydrates majorly. Probably it has to go down from 65% to just 5 to 10%. And the body goes in the state of ketosis. Elevated ketone bodies develop in the blood. Body is forced to use the fat for energy instead of carbohydrate, as they are insufficient in amount. So body has to use fat for energy when you're working out, when you're outdoor training, or when you're doing any physical activity. Your body has to use fats because there are no carbohydrates in your body, and they are just in 5 to 10%. So the primary source of energy comes from carbohydrates, but there is no carbohydrate or very limited carbohydrates. So body uses fat to provide you the energy that you need. Now let's see the basic concepts of this ketogenic diet. Approximately 70 to 75% of calories come from the intake of fat, which is very, very abnormal. Generally, you must not consume more than 10 to 15% of fat on normal basis, but you are an athlete or you are in a routine to lose excess fat and to gain muscle and to reduce the fat percentage, then you must not consume beyond 10% of fat. 5 to 10% is necessary. You should not completely eliminate fat, but you have to consume very less quantity. Instead, in this ketogenic diet, you are consuming 70 to 75% of fat. The calories are coming from fat. Now, why high fat and moderate amount of protein you eat? Fat has little or no effect to blood sugar and insulin levels. Your insulin level is not going to rise at the consumption of fat. If you are suffering from diabetes, then ketogenic diet, fats do not increase that insulin levels of yours, but carbohydrates are mainly responsible for insulin levels rise. So your insulin levels do stay stable. And if large amount of protein is consumed, it does affect both blood sugar and insulin. But some people do mistakes. Some dietitians also do this mistake that they suggest a lot of protein, and then ultimately the sugar level goes up, and again the diabetes patient do suffer because he is intaking a lot of protein. Remember this: if your body weight is 75 kg, you should not consume more than 2 grams per kg of your body weight per day. Suppose your body weight is 75 kg, so if you are consuming beyond 150 grams of protein per day, so it's going waste. Your body is not utilizing the additional amount of protein you have added in your diet that day. If you consume 200 grams of protein instead of the limit of 150 grams, 50 grams of protein is just gonna go sheer waste. Okay, so this is the logic. Some people do have very limited knowledge about diet. They just got some good physique, but they are not neither nutritionist, they are neither dietitians, but they will tell you just intake protein is gonna make you build muscles, protein is gonna, but beyond 2 grams per kg per day body weight is gonna go waste. Remember this. Okay, high insulin levels may reduce the body's ability to release and burn the fatty acids which provide the substrate for ketosis. Now this says that if your insulin levels goes high, body's ability to release and burn the fatty acids which provide the substrate for ketosis, your body is going to go in the state of ketosis with the high insulin levels as well. Now let's see how does ketosis work. The traditional balanced diet is high in carb, as the slide shows, and the keto diet is higher in fat, as I said earlier, because 75% of fat is taken during this process of ketosis, or you're under the process of ketogenic diet. In a traditional diet, you have glucose level which goes up, and pancreas secretes insulin. Insulin shuttles glucose into cell. So this is the normal chain to provide you the energy. But in keto diet, glucose levels falls because there is not sufficient amount of glucose due to less intake of carbohydrates. Lipase releases stored triglycerides, and fatty acids travel to the liver. Lipase releases triglycerides, and these triglycerides produce fatty acids which travel to the liver, and liver produces ketones, and that your liver is providing you the energy, which is not the right channel of getting the energy. So if you are a sports nutritionist like me, you should never suggest, or you will never suggest any client of yours to take this ketogenic diet, because there are gonna be some harsh side effects which I'm going to discuss as well. Now let's see how this ketosis works. Ketosis and the performance. Improved body composition, most likely from calorie restriction. You're going to restrict your calorie during this ketogenic diet, so your body composition may improve, but impaired high intensity performance, the performance level is going to go down because there is no energy in your body. There is very limited amount of carbohydrates in your body, that is just 5 to 10%. So your intensity of workout is certainly going to go down because you are not getting the energy from the right channel. As described earlier, you're getting the energy from the ketones that are processed during this ketogenic diet. So your performance level is going to go down. So none of the athletes we recommend to take up this ketogenic diet. And then it reduces the levels of intramuscular glycogen, may also impact recovery for hard training athletes and impair the ability for muscle mass increase. This is very important. May also impact recovery for hard training athletes. Some athletes, they train for 2 hours, more than 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours a day. So they are, energy level is gonna remain sustained. It's not gonna go rise during the ketogenic diet like it is during the normal diet. So their hard training activities are going to be restricted and limited as well. And their muscle mass is certainly not going to increase with the ketogenic diet. Only your fat mass is going to increase, but not at all your muscle mass. If you want to increase your muscle mass with a ketogenic diet, is not possible. Now ketogenic diet don't work with high intensity exercise, as described earlier as well. In high intensity anaerobic exercise, your body relies mainly on glucose, as there is a very limited quantity of glycogen or glucose in your body, so your body will not be able to perform high intensity anaerobic exercises. Suppose during your normal diet you are able to jog on a treadmill or run on a treadmill for 30 minutes, 45 minutes or an hour daily, then during this ketogenic diet you will be able to do it maybe like 70% or 50% of your daily workout activity. Your strength is going to go down during this diet. Remember, this is very important because the glucose level in your body, which gives you the energy, is really low. Now let's see what are the dangers of this ketosis. Metabolic shift causes fatigue, brain fog, irritability and dehydration. Now you might be thinking that why dehydration? How dehydration happens in ketosis? Because you have restricted your intake of carbohydrates. Now there is lot of water in carbohydrate foods, lot of water. You are losing that 80% of water that you get it from your carbs. The food that you eat provides you 80% of water, so your body is going to get dehydrated sooner than before. With a normal diet, your body is gonna remain stable, it's not gonna get dehydrated. But during ketogenic diet, when you're working out in the gym or when you are doing any physical activity, your body is going to get dehydrated faster. Increased blood lipids leading to increased cholesterol for some. Red blood cells get thicker, and cholesterol is gonna get higher, and that may cause some lot of diseases later on. So increased blood lipids leading to increased cholesterol for some of the people can also happen during this process of ketosis that your body is going through. Now, micronutrient deficiency, there will be also some deficiencies that you might suffer, like thiamine. Folate is folic acid, iron, calcium, potassium and magnesium. So these all are going to be lacking in your micronutrient that your body do need, because you have limited, again I say, the carbohydrate intake which was necessary for your body. And iron is gonna, if you are not having sufficient amount of iron, your immunity is definitely gonna go down. If you're not having sufficient amount of calcium, then certainly your bones are gonna get weaker, joints are gonna start giving you pain. Potassium and magnesium, if it's get restricted or if it's get limited, you won't be able to sleep properly. Once you are not able to sleep properly, you won't be able to work out properly the next day, because sleep is very important. And I definitely suggest you to have at least 8 hours of sleep if you're working out very hard in the gym. It is necessary for your body to sleep. If you're not resting properly, you won't be able to lift weights the next days properly, whatever pre-workouts you take, whatever you do. But sleep is mandatory, and it's very important for any athlete, for any sportsman, for any normal human being as well. Now we are continuing with the dangers of ketosis. Ketosis is described as being potentially dangerous, as very high levels of ketone bodies can make the blood acidic. As lot of ketone bodies that are being released from your liver, so it's gonna make your blood acidic. Your blood is gonna get acidic, a state referred to as ketoacidosis, and this state is called ketoacidosis, which may occur in you maybe in 5 months, 6 months, or the continuity of your ketogenic diet, subscribed by your dietitian, your greedy dietitian, your unqualified dietitian, your unqualified nutritionist who just wants to make money without caring about the client's health, because he might have been successful in showing you some broad body transformation of his previous clients, that this client has lost like 15 kgs in a span of 5 months or 3 months with this ketogenic diet. But if he is qualified, he should certainly tell you what are the dangers of ketogenic diet. We certified sports nutritionists, globally acclaimed, we will never suggest you to go through this ketogenic diet. I'm not going to suggest any of my clients to take this ketogenic diet, because there are a lot of drawbacks than the positives of this diet. Now, as I said, which can result in serious illness in a very short period of time. Very short period of time is just like 3 months or 6 months of continuity of this ketogenic diet. Now, what are the symptoms of ketoacidosis? That is the state your body is going through. Central system is headache, sleepiness, confusion, loss of consciousness, and ultimately coma. But that's a later stage, but these are all the brain diseases you might suffer. Now, respiratory diseases are shortness of breath and cough as well. Heart diseases, arrhythmia, increased heart rate. Your heart rate is gonna go higher. When you're on a treadmill in a normal diet, your heart rate is 120 at the speed of 6.5 to 7, but it's gonna go down up to 150 to 160 in the state of ketoacidosis. You can check it yourself. Gastric trouble you might also get, like nausea and vomiting may occur. Intestinal diseases will also come in, like diarrhea, and you will face muscular scissors and weaknesses as well. Why muscular scissors and weaknesses? Because your muscle mass is gonna go down if you are having this ketogenic diet since last 6 months or so, you can check it yourself that your muscle mass is reduced. Not just your fat is reduced, but your very important and essential muscle mass has also gone down. So that's not a good sign. If you want to gain muscle, ketogenic diet is definitely a no-no for you. Now still you want to go ahead with your ketogenic diet and you think that you are severely obese and this ketogenic diet is helping you and it's essential for you to lose weight, then you must only eat which food is really important for you. You should not eat all the junk food in the world that's gonna make you slim. No, not just adding on a lot of junk food. You think that this is fatty, I must consume and it's gonna help. No, ketogenic diet is more expensive from a normal diet, a normal protein rich diet. Ketogenic diet is more expensive. You have to eat very high quality fats, very high quality. I mean, you must only have quality food. Like in oils, you're gonna take extra virgin olive oil, which is expensive than normal oil, but you have to take that. You have to add on nuts, you have to add on seeds, you have to add on nut butters, you like peanut butters and all, you have to add on in your diet. You have to have some fruits like avocado, which are rich in fat. Avocado is a rich in fat fruit, so you have to add on that. You have to add on eggs with yolk. Eggs should also be taken with yolk, not without yolk, because you need fats. Non-hydrogenated margarine and butter, you need to consume a lot of cheese and butter and of very good quality as well. Small amounts of dairy and animal fat as well. You have to consume milk, a lot of milk, and you have to also consume animal fat. You're not to consume just you're not to brush aside those fats that are there in your chicken leg or something. You have to consume with it. You have to consume a lot of animal fat too. Now I'm gonna give you a chart which is recommended foods of ketogenic diet, but this is average, so it's varies depending on your body type and your gender and your body weight. So it's just average guidance, this chart, but this is UK based and US based, and but it's general for any human being on a ketogenic diet. So what you need to consume: you have to consume extra virgin olive oil 2 to 4 tablespoons, fish or krill oil 6 to 10 grams. So if you are on a fish oil supplement and you do not eat fish, but you are taking a fish oil supplement and you are getting somewhere around 1 gram of EPA and DHA through that fish oil, you have to increase it to 6 grams, or either take krill oil or take fish oil. So you have to increase that as well. Flaxseed oil 1 tablespoon, ground flaxseed, linseed 2 to 4 tablespoon, coconut oil and butter 1 to 2 tablespoon for cooking, avocado 1 medium, mixed nuts half cup, approximately 50 grams. So you have to eat nuts as well, 50 grams. So this is a healthy ketogenic food. It's not just pizzas, or it's not just sandwiches are going to help you. This is what this chart is going to help you. Now that's my conclusive review on a ketogenic diet. Now if you want me to recommend you a diet plan or a diet chart that you're not satisfied with your current plan and you want to lose weight or you want to gain weight, I certainly can help you up, and you have to message me on my Instagram for that. And then I'm gonna ask about your body profile. First I want to know what do you do, what's your body profile, then what you want to gain some 10 kgs or so in like 3 months, or you want to reduce 10 kgs or so in 3 months, but that through a right way and not through a ketogenic way. So I'm going to suggest you certainly a healthy diet for it. So you can message me on my Instagram for that. And if you got any more queries for this ketogenic diet, you can note down in the comment section below, and I'm certainly going to reply you back as well. Now have a good day, stay fit, stay healthy, stay sharp. San signs off. Ciao.